Alright, my YouTubers, what's going on? It's your boy Bryant, and I want to come to you today with a video on cleaning your retro games. I know y'all hear that in the background. I hope it ain't too loud for you, but that's WrestleMania for the Saturn I got running in the background. But WrestleMania is coming up is coming up in April, so I'm a big fan of WWE, so yeah, I can't wait. But not to get off topic, yeah, I wanna do a I gotta do a 6 month annual cleaning of my retro games anyway, so I just got a few right here. I got Sega Genesis, I got N64, NES, and Super NES. Um, and I'm gonna show y'all whatnot, how to get into them and clean them. I got some Master System games and and handhelds, but I'm not gonna get into them right now. I'll leave that for another video. But I'll probably start with a Genesis first. So I'll put that up here. Y'all can see pretty good. Oh, let me tell you what you'll need though. You're gonna need some kind of type of screwdriver, and you're gonna need a game bit right here for your everything from Super NES to N64 to NES. And with the Genesis, some Genesis games use this right here too. It's a game bit. I think it's the 3.5 millimeter. No, I think that's the 4. Yeah, this is the 3.8, and this the 4.5. Just like for the consoles and stuff. But the Genesis uses this big one. The NES and Super NES use the smaller ones. Put that one right there. But the Genesis one uses the big one. Some Genesis games use this kind, and some Genesis use like a torqued screwdriver for it. So anyway, let me sit this down here where it can stay, so y'all can get a good view of it. Then you're gonna need like screwdriver set for the N64, but we'll get into that when we get into it. But okay. This is the regular Genesis cart. All you gotta do is take the bit, unbolt it. Yeah, I got to do an annual cleaning on these right here. 6 month cleaning. I haven't cleaned them in 6 months. You know, Sega Genesis, Super Nintendo, I support for alcohol, and some Q-tips. But you know, Sega Genesis, and Super Nintendo, N64, NES. If you don't clean those games, they tend to build up. Oh, if you don't clean your games, they tend to build up like a type of corrosion. And if you don't do something with the corrosion, you will transfer it from your cartridges to your console, and that ain't good. But you can see this one right here is fairly pretty good. Yeah, y'all can see that. I mean, it's not too bad, but I'm gonna go over it with the Q-tip just to make sure. But this is how I generally clean my games right here. I mean, some people just let it stays in the cartridge and just go back and forth. But I just like to work on stuff, and then I like to look at my contacts, and I like to look at my solder joints and stuff like that on my cartridges to see if any break or need resoldering, or just need touching up. Yeah, just go back and forth with your Q-tip. You get a little. Some people say dirt, but if you keep your games real clean, it's not dirt. It's like the corrosion. It's like a built-up corrosion because uh, I wouldn't say copper, but it's like a brass finish they got on these things right here, and it tend to get oxidized and stuff like that. With the heat and moisture, and it change with the temperature. So yeah, just clean that real good. Just dry it off real good. Yeah, that looked good right there. I did a light little polish on them a while back. Some of the games that were kind of real bad. But yeah, I done a light polish on them, and sometimes they'll leave a haze on it. But yeah, that's nice right there. That's good. This thing here, focus. Okay, yeah. You still ain't want to focus, huh? Okay, there we go. Sorry guys, I'm recording off a BlackBerry Priv, and I'm supposed to be getting a Nikon Coolpix P520 pretty soon, and I want to see how that camera do. So yeah, but yeah, that's the Genesis right there. That one was really pretty good. I want to try N64, and I'm gonna show you this N64 one right here. But N64 one is kind of how they got their one set up. All right, that's Aladdin. All right, let me try this N64 one right here. All right. This Conker's Bad Freddy. Now with the N64, that's okay. This where this screwdriver bit kit coming at, and we're gonna have to downsize our bit from the 4.5 to the 3.8. It's the smaller bit. And just unscrew those right there. Okay, let's take those out. The screws right there. Okay, as you see the N64, they got some little clips on the bottom. Make sure you just pull it up and slide back. And there you go with the N64. Okay, with the N64, it got this right here, this RF shielding on the top. So that's where I'm getting kind of clustered right now. That's where the screwdriver bit come in at. You just okay, that's the wrong size right there. But yeah, I do this right here every 6 months. I try to keep my game, clean. And with my consoles, I don't have no cleaning kit, like cartridge kits and stuff for it. So I just use the credit card method. Where you take a you take a credit card and you take like felt cloth and you just go back and forth in and out the console cartridge slot, and it'll be clean. Yeah, okay. Right there. Okay, you just lift up on this RF shielding and it'll pop up from the back. Okay, you want to act up right now, but oh my goodness. Okay, there we go. All right. And then you got that, and then you got this little black piece right here, a little thing right here. So you just take that and do like slide it back, and then we have the PCB board. But you see that haze right there, and you'll see if I Okay, let's focus right now. You can see if I rub it, you see a clean. You see it got clean. Okay, that's what I mean by the haze. I don't know if it takes longer than that, but it's like every 6 months when I'm about to go clean my games, I have that haze on it. So, but yeah, that's what you gotta that's what you want to get off. You want that off your contacts, because if that on the contacts, and then every time you put it in the console, it transferring it to the console, and eventually this ain't gonna be working no more, and you're gonna have to eventually clean your console. But yeah. Okay, that right there look nice. Alrighty, that's nice right there. Alright, that's better right there. Come on now, you gonna focus for me? Okay, there we go. But then I do a once over on the board, on the PCB board, look at all the solder joints and stuff like that. This board here got a lot of flux. I guess that's from the manufacturer. When they manufacture it, there's a lot of leftover flux on this board. But other than that, it's in tip-top shape. I just I gotta do something with my N64 because it's not want to read games right now. I don't know what's going on. I don't know if it's the expansion pack. I do want to try debunk it and see if it's the expansion pack. I'm gonna just buy a jumper pack, just a regular jumper pack, and see if anything changes with it. But I don't know. I hope it's just the expansion pack. I hope it's just something just that simple, the expansion pack. Because if it's like a memory bank, like sometimes the memory banks and stuff, the memory chips goes in those old consoles like that, and it'll scribble the graphics and stuff like that. Mine be glitching real bad on certain games, and certain games it just freezes. I have to reset it, and then sometimes resetting don't do no good. I just have to cut it off and cut it back on. Take the game out, put the game back in, and it still does the same thing. But yeah. Okay. I got that back together. I mean, it's fairly easy. Once you done did it a couple of times, I mean, you can do this. I mean, every day, all the time, Yeah, and that's Conker's right there. So I'm gonna just put this back in the case, and we're gonna do an NES one right now, and then the last one will be a Super Nintendo. We're gonna do Super Mario Bros. 3. About the sleeve. Okay. We got three game bit screws in this one right here. Some of these NES games got like 5 screws. I think those like the earlier, like the first runs of the consoles, because they don't have that clip on the top. Yeah, they don't have those clips right there on the top of it. But yeah. And some of these games have saved batteries too. I think I replaced a save battery in my Game Boy Color game. I did a replacement on that. It's not hard to do. All you gotta do is just take your time, you know, and you're good to go. You just lift up on that. And, okay. The NES one look pretty good. I mean, that what you seeing on the bottom right there is like wear when it goes into the console, but it's pretty good. It ain't too bad. It ain't as bad as I thought it would have been. Cameras take too long to focus. I don't know why you take so long to focus. Okay. But yeah, it ain't too bad. I'll just clean it anyway. Yeah. You got this board real good. I ain't seen no flux and stuff on this one. I think with the N64 and the Super Nintendo, you tend to see a lot of flux, leftover residue flux on. I mean, it ain't a bad thing, but they just don't make it like as clean as the NES one, you know. Okay. Take a dry cloth and dry it off. And that looked just as good as when I just now opened it, so it ain't really that bad. I don't really have too much problems out of the NES ones like that. Just the Super Nintendo and the N64 and the Genesis, they just tend to get a lot of built up residue or corrosion on the cartridge, on the contacts. Alright, that goes in like so. Just screw points in. Alright, that's Super Mario Bros. 3. The last one we're gonna do is Super Nintendo. Let me see which one I'm gonna do. Let's do Donkey Kong Country. You know what? Let's do Super Mario Bros. 2. Super Mario. Let's do Super Mario World 2 Yoshi's Island. But I want to show you something with this game anyway. Excuse me.